Your favorite music video, you had Carl from Shameless. Were you a fan of the show?
Okay, this is so bad, but I...
This is so bad. You're the biggest fan?
No,
okay, I don't know, because I
haven't
thought I
seen
was.
it.
Oh! Is it easy for you to write open and vulnerable stuff with your brother?
It's not weird to write about it with him. It's just almost like a little bit sad, you know what I mean? Because he's my brother and he cares about me.
Did you grow up watching any horror movies, thriller movies? Do you have some favorites?
Oh, God, what is it called? It's like an alien movie.
Is it Alien?
No.
Okay,
Good guess.
And I hope that it hurts. And I hope that it hurts.
Isabel LaRosa, welcome to the Spout Podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So we like to make dreams come true at times on here every now and then, and so I got something special for you. So,
wait, what?
You know, I like how right now you have no idea.
I
what I'm about
really
to pull
don't know
out of
what
my
is
pocket.
happening.
I figured out that I would get you a can of California Girl sardines.
How did you?
I believe you have yet to try sardines, and I thought today.
Wait, this is crazy. I posted a TikTok. Molly, did you see my TikTok? Guys, okay, I just got home from the Billboard Women in Music event. And now I want to try sardines. I've never had sardines before, and I feel like that would be really fun. No way.
I don't expect us to actually try those, but hey, now you can fit them in your
do
purse.
That on camera.
I'm worried I'd vomit. And they're covered in like spicy tomato sauce, it says.
Oh my God.
But California
That
Girl
was
brand?
The last thing I was expecting to ever say. Molly, I'm looking at my product manager. I posted a TikTok being like, I just got back from the Women at Billboard event and I've never tried sardines and I really want to try sardines.
So guess what? Making dreams come true here.
I'm crying.
On
This is
Spout.
crazy. Oh my God. Well, this is going to be my dinner tonight. Thank you for providing my meals for me. This is really exciting.
Of your sardines, which I've never tried either, and I'm going to let you try
can
that.
I put this in front of it the entire time like this?
I think that's fine. I'm fine with that. Are you guys cool with that? A can of sardines there?
Cool.
We're good to go.
I know that you love me. Darling, you don't have to say it.
Your roots, where you're from. So you're from Annapolis.
Yes.
Maryland?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the cutest city. I looked up pictures of it right on the water.
Yeah.
Looks like it could be like a
Sailboats.
calendar.
Yeah.
Like, what was it like kind of growing up there, and what got you started in the life of music as you get ready to release your debut album,
Yes.
Raven, which is out April 18th?
See, you're
we'll
good
dive
at
into
this.
that in a bit.
You remember all the details. I don't remember anything. In terms of music, I got into it because my dad is like a jazz musician, and he really wanted musician kids, and so he got my brother and I into it really young. So I grew up singing jazz standards, which is very different from what I do now. But and he would take us to open mic nights and jazz jams and things like that. And that's how I got into it. But when I was like 7 and Thomas was 11, Thomas is my brother, Thomas started writing his own songs, and so I started doing it with him, and that's kind of how it started. But Annapolis is great. I actually did sail for a little bit, which is
really?
hilarious. Yeah.
Like you just
I was
for,
really bad.
for fun, or you were thinking like, you know
I
what?
was on
I
a
think I might want to
team.
do this.
No, I didn't really ever think that because I was so bad.
It seems so hard.
It's really difficult. I was not in charge of steering the boat. I was the one to control the sail and like switching it to like the whatever direction the wind is coming from, and then you'd have to like duck underneath the boom.
Yeah, I've
as
seen
it's
in
wrong.
movies. No, I've seen
Yeah.
in races because my dad loves watching those races.
Regattas,
so
yeah.
we watch them sometimes.
I
and
was
it's
horrible.
It's crazy. It's teamwork.
It's teamwork. We always ended up in dead last though, so it didn't really work out long term for me. But I did sail for a little bit, and I do love Annapolis very much.
But it seems like music has been your calling. And,
Yes.
and Annapolis, it's where you were born and where you grew up. But your parents, they sold the house that you grew up in,
Yeah.
and they moved out of there. Your song "Home" that you recently put out is a reflection of that.
Don't think I'll ever go home. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm leaving a piece of my soul. Don't think I'll ever go home.
I only lived in one house as I grew up, and that was I mean, so much my home and like what I knew. And so it was really difficult to let go of that, like that street and that neighborhood. I would bike around that neighborhood at like 3 a.m. all the time. Like everything about it was so like it was just what I knew. They're very happy where they are now. And it's the most important thing is them, and like they are home. And so I think it was really realizing that it truly is like not a physical place, like it is what you create. But it still is hard to just let go of a place that, like, you know, holds so many memories, and like that's where I grew up.
You and your brother, so you guys started writing together as kids, but it carries on to this day. You guys always write together.
Oh yeah,
all of your
it has
stuff,
not
right?
stopped.
The music is so good. Does he do the music side of it? Does he come up with stuff? What's the collaboration like?
Yeah, he's my producer and my co-writer. So we've, up until as of very recently, we've started to do a few outside sessions, but it's just been us on everything musically up until this point. And like he produces everything. We write all of the songs together, just us two, and so it's like very internal. And he's the best person to work with because obviously he's incredibly talented, and I know him so well, and it's so easy to write with somebody who knows you so well, and you know, who knows your tastes and has very similar tastes. And I don't know, he's just like the other half of my brain, you know.
And is it easy for you to write open and vulnerable stuff like with your brother? Has that ever been tough, or does the relationship between you guys make it even easier?
I think it, oddly enough, sometimes it's like both ends of the spectrum. I think sometimes when it's really like just painful things that have happened in my life that maybe he hasn't experienced, it's like, it's not weird to write about it with him. It's just almost like a little bit sad, you know what I mean? Because he's my brother and he cares about me. But it's never been, like, I find it very easy to write with him in that way because I trust him so much and because I know him so well. And like, if I'm going to write anything super personal, it's going to be with him, you know?
When you started putting music out, we TikTok, as we all fell into, which we all love. It's weird because I was thinking TikTok really is like the place where at first for a while it was like, oh, TikTok artists, this, that. But it's really turned into, where else do you find artists nowadays?
No, seriously.
That's the only platform where artists break.
Yeah, which is so wild to me. It's crazy because also it's weird because I don't know. Like, I've come up promoting my music on TikTok and like I've had my songs do well because of TikTok. So like I don't know. I mean, obviously like I grew up and like watching stuff do well before, but I've never had something do well without it.
Yeah.
And so it's so weird to me because it's like I think people love to say things are corny and love to be like, you know, hey, I'm like, you find all the songs you like there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just the world that we live in now. But when you started posting stuff, I think the first music clips you posted were songs of Game Boy, or clips of Game Boy, which is a song you did with your brother.
That song haunts me genuinely.
Yeah, its song rips. It is so fun.
I don't wanna be one of your games, boy. I'm not your Game Boy. I know I'm being played, boy.
Painful to think about.
I'm cutting to clips of it right now. I'm cutting clips to it.
Oh my god, me with the little short haircut and the gems on my
Yeah, they
eyes.
see it right now.
Yeah.
It's on the screen. What was the first track to blow up? Was it 16 Candles?
See, these are like you really do your research because I haven't thought about 16 Candles in so long.
I hate you for making me cry on my birthday. I only thought of you during my party.
I think the first video I had do any kind of like numbers, I think it did like 20,000 likes. I remember it was 16 Candles, but the first song to truly like blow up, I think, was Haunted.
I'm haunted, haunted.
What was it like for you when one of your own pieces of work blew up?
It was really weird. I was like, it was so interesting because I think it was the first time where I had ever seen people have like an opinion on me. And I was like, wait, I just post this so that like, I don't know. It was just weird to like have people like perceive you. And so that was interesting, but it was really crazy. It's still like hard to wrap your head around, you know, like
when you're like, I'm just me.
And I'm like,
just
what do
from
you
Maryland and
mean?
doing my
I
thing.
don't know. It's like, I made this song. I like the song. This is the goal. But then when it happens, you're like, wait a second.
Is that intimidating, or is there like a wait, what's next? Like, this popped off. Now I got to keep up with it and outdo myself.
Oh, all the time. That's the name of it. I'm so grateful that we live in such a world where like things can blow up so quickly, because it's enabled me to have like go from not having literally anything to, you know, having songs that have done well, and I have been able to tour and, you know, do that in a short span of time, but it also moves so quickly that you have to maintain it very fast, otherwise it can just like disappear. And people forget very quickly unless you're like, hey, I'm here. I'm still here.
Check
I
me
know,
out.
but I didn't go away, you know.
And Haunted was the first one that really blew up for you. And that was a part of it was a 3-song EP that had Haunted, Help, and Heaven.
Yeah.
That was on I'm Watching You, which you then also got to flex your directing abilities and create a short film with them. So what was the story between the songs and then the short film that you did with it?
The I'm Watching You videos, I always wanted, my goal is to one day direct like some kind of show or like Netflix show or something. Like, I love that. It was about the feeling of paranoia and like the feeling that something is watching you. And
it had these long takes, by the way, which really emphasized that, I feel like. So that was great.
Totally. I think I think it just, at the time I was in my hometown, and I don't know why I did this, but I would bike around all the time at night alone at like 3 a.m. and like walk around my neighborhood, which nothing ever happened to me. One time though, this is crazy. Sorry. No. This was like, I did base a good amount of this off it. I was biking one time with my brother at like, I don't know, 2 a.m, and we were biking past this car. There's no one else out. It's this red car, and it's blacked out, and it's just like sitting like this in the middle of the road, like parked. And we were like, what? And then we bike down the street, and the lights turn on.
Oh, no.
And it starts following us down the street, and we're freaking out. So we're like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna be kidnapped, and I'm never gonna see my family
again. This is like a horror movie.
You know, this is straight
life.
out of a horror movie. And so it just like, we were like pedal to the metal, like we were like
biking as fast as you could, burning rubber on the sidewalk in the middle of night.
And then eventually it just stopped following us, but it was so scary, and so I based a lot of it off of what that felt like.
What it felt like to you. What did you grow up watching any horror movies, thriller movies? Do you have some favorites?
Yeah, I love horror movies. I mean, I think obviously The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
Some classics.
The Shining. Oh God, what is it called? It is. It's like an alien movie.
Is it Alien?
No.
Okay,
good guess.
That was a guess.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That sounds like an old movie. Is that old?
Yeah, it's old. But it literally traumatized me as a kid so bad. Like
You never slept again. I heard you coming in today. You said how tired you were.
Yeah, no, I know. I probably was thinking about it. It traumatized me so bad I only watched it once, but it stuck with me. So obviously it was good.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Sleep. 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 From deep space. Sleep. The seed is planted. Sleep.
I saw Longlegs recently.
I saw that as well. I saw that in theaters. Nicolas Cage.
Same. I was like sweating through my shirt.
I saw that with Mackenzie, or with Mothica.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, were you
that's
there?
crazy.
And Mackenzie was with us, right?
Wait,
oh,
that's so wild.
Funny.
I saw it with my sister, and we were genuinely like clutching each other the entire time, and like I was like sweating like full body. It was so bad.
It was such a weird movie, and the unsettling creepiness that I feel like
the opening
tried
scene
to get with stuff.
Yeah, no,
what was the opening scene? Was that when he was just walking up to the thing?
Yeah, and then he like it doesn't show his face, and then he like goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not even the way he looks. It's just the way that they do it is so unsettling.
There she is. The almost birthday girl.
It just was the way that they did it was so like unnerving.
It was really
so
good.
crazy.
I liked that, and I'm picky with horror movies.
Yeah, same.
Another great one that you should check out, Tommy. It was the one that I really liked, the one with the people where you get close to the dead people.
The one what?
where you get close to that's so fast. Oh my god.
Speed
Oh
run.
my god.
No,
the
no.
one where you can talk to the dead people, like where you for a second can become in their body. Talk to me.
That one looked terrifying.
So good. Check it out.
Talk to me.
Okay, I gotta watch it. I mean, Hereditary, obviously.
Hereditary was
It
great.
was really sad more than anything, because I was like, I'm a sibling, and I have a younger sister, and like that really.
Get your head back in the window.
Get your head back in the window.
What are you doing?
Also, I would never bring her to a party. Like that's so crazy.
How many? So you got your brother Thomas. How many siblings do you have in total?
I have 3 siblings.
Okay.
So
There's
they're
4 total. Same with me.
Oh my! Wow, this is so crazy. What are the like? Are they
So
all?
okay, so 3 of us, myself included, are triplets, and then we have an older one that's 2 years older than us.
The other one.
And then we have that one.
And then that one.
And then she has
yeah.
twins. Which
Wait,
as well.
that's
Which I've
crazy.
told this exact story like in every Spout episode. Whenever family gets brought up, I say this.
That's so insane.
Your siblings, though, your sisters are younger than you?
So it's Thomas, me, Anna, my younger sister who's 15, and then my younger brother Alex who's 14.
Oh, okay. So you
yeah.
got 2 boys, 2 girls.
Yeah.
Same with us.
Oh. OMG. This is crazy.
Yeah, I love that. But so you're into creepy stuff. The new
Yeah.
album Raven is getting ready to drop April 18th. It's your first full-length album,
Yeah.
which is exciting. The cover, it's you with a real raven because
Yeah.
I saw the video.
His
So
name is Maul.
that's what my next question was going to be. What was it?
Maul.
Mall, like a shopping mall, or
I
like
don't know
Darth
how to
Maul?
spell it exactly. I think
M-A-U-L,
it's
or
like
you mall.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've never spent too much like personal time with like a raven or a crow, but I've
Me
watched so
neither.
much about them because they're so smart and fascinating.
Same.
But what was it about the raven that drew to you?
I had wanted to do something with a raven for like so long, like years. I had talked about it for so long. I mean, my hometown, not that I'm into sports, but the Ravens is my like the football team for my hometown. And so it ties back to it. You're laughing at me like something's funny over there.
Oh, no, I'm gonna title this interview. I'm gonna title it the You Talk Sports.
So the Baltimore Ravens. It's just in association with where I grew up. And I just throughout, I was homeschooled. I was an odd homeschool kid, if you couldn't tell. But I grew up like listening to a lot of audiobooks with my mom, and we'd listen to a lot of, there was one in particular we'd listen to about crows and ravens and about like stories of people, like just like how they operate and like
Edgar Allan Poe.
yeah,
Right,
exactly. And just like I always was so fascinated with them, and I think they're so smart. And it's interesting how like similar to us they act a lot of the times, which is so interesting to me. And I just think
They
that,
can reason and they can plan ahead for
yeah,
the future.
it's so crazy.
Yeah, they can recognize faces, and if you're mean to one,
Yeah, then
they'll
they
be mean
tell
to
everyone
you.
about
Yeah,
it, and
they'll
then they're
tell
like,
them.
don't with them.
Oh, and then I asked ChatGPT for fun facts of
my
ravens,
God,
so I'll
yes.
see some of the ones that I have pulled up here, because a lot of them are stuff that you covered already, actually. But
Mm-hmm.
one that I thought was interesting is the way that they've been depicted in literature and in pop culture.
Yeah.
Because it says, from Edgar Allan Poe's The Ravens to shows like Teen Titans to the
Mm-hmm.
prophetic ravens in Game of Thrones, they've always tied to magic, death, rebirth, and
Yeah.
otherworldly visions.
Yeah, completely.
And I like the rebirth.
Yeah, I mean, I think that on the album, I think, I mean, they symbolize so much in like folklore and things like that. But especially, my tour is named Psychopomp, which is a psychopomp is like a guide to the afterlife, and ravens are often associated with being guides to the afterlife, which I think is just something that is talked about on the album, and I just like what they represent. And I had a different album title for a while, and I was not sure about it, and I wasn't sure about the visuals. We had shot something, and it like felt good, but like just my gut instinct was that it was not right, and I was like,
What was it called?
It was called Please Leave the Light On.
Okay, I didn't like that. That's actually cool. That sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't that sound like a good horror movie?
I
Please
know.
leave the light on.
It's a cool name, but I just felt like it wasn't right for it, and I was like, it should just be called Raven. What am I doing?
And that felt right.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was an homage to That's So Raven, the hit Disney show
Yeah,
from
the
the
hit
early
Disney
2000s.
show really did
But
that.
no, it's really, and it's a full-length album. The songs on it, you already have a few of them out, but I want to know. So you have Cry For You, and then you have, what are all the 4 U's? So then you have
think-
Hurt,
There's so many yous. We actually had to arrange it in a way that we didn't put them next to each other. I have to like look at my phone somewhere else, but Cry for You, Destroy Myself for You.
Mm-hmm. And I know back in January you showed a song called Feel, or it sounded like Feel for You.
Oh, wait. Oh, Good for You.
Good for You's on the album, yeah.
Good for You's on the album.
I didn't know if those tied together at all, like the 4 U's. I didn't know because I didn't know if like you were starting some universe of stuff.
We just have like similar lyrical concepts.
No, and when you're writing about whatever it may be, heartbreak or whatever it is, you are the songs are two people. So
no, seriously, but they don't tie together in any specific way. I mean, I think the album loosely follows like I wanted it to structurally kind of follow like the story of like show the really high highs of a relationship and like whatever it is, like a friendship or whatever it is, to however people take it, and then also show like the really, really low lows at the end, with Burning.
I'm burning myself just to keep you warm. I'm going through hell and you give me more. How could you treat someone you love like this, oh Lord?
And so I think having it kind of be like the emotions that you feel throughout something that maybe isn't good for you is, no pun intended, but is kind of what I wanted to show with it, you know.
Do you have a favorite song off of the album, which I've heard 3 or 4 times now, and I did proper speakers, blasted it. I wanted to make sure I did it justice. Does your brher play the bass?
He does, yeah.
He slaps on that bass. There are ripping bass lines throughout that thing.
He's good. He plays like every instrument. I don't know. He's an interesting man.
It's like a Billy Phineas thing going on, kind of. Not gonna lie.
No,
but
I know.
I love that.
It's so funny how similar it is, like situationally. It's hilarious. We get it all the time, and I'm so honored because they're so talented. I'm like, I'm doing something right.
I think it's great. But do you have a favorite song off of the album? Yeah.
I think right now, my favorite is probably Burning, just because it's the closest to me and like the most personal to me. I'd also say Famous is like my second favorite right now,
which is the opening track.
Yeah,
correct.
which I'm really excited about.
You make me feel so famous, famous. Dance for you, yeah, you crave it, crave it. Heaven's close, can you taste it, taste it? Tonight let me be your star.
And what is it about those songs and Burning? Do you care to dive into what that song is about at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about the like giving yourself completely to somebody, and they like all they do is kind of like hurt you. And I think to me it's very personal to my life, and I think it talks about like losing yourself completely to somebody, and just like all of the things that they do to you that are so bad and so shitty, but you still give anyways because you love somebody is really what
put up with more than you should.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And when did you start finding the ability to write about such personal stuff? And it can be hard and embarrassing. And
oh yeah, absolutely.
And especially if it's about someone that could hear it and you know, this person's going to think this line's about them.
And it is.
If you're wondering.
If you're wondering, it is. So
what's that journey been like for you of kind of becoming the actual like lyricist that you are now?
Yeah, that's a very nice way of putting it. I think that I didn't honestly for a long time because it really scared me, and because I didn't I don't know, I think I was in a situation at the time that like didn't enable me to write about it, or I was like really scared too because I did not want the person to hear it. And I think it also came from a place of like not wanting to admit those things to myself, and so for a long time I think I kept the lyrics more like they're still personal, but like just not
metaphorical,
as
maybe even
metaphorical
a bit more.
And like more kind of like dreamy and light, because I was not ready to talk about those things. And I think once I got out of the situation, I was able to like process my emotions more when I was further away from it, and like feel all the things that I couldn't feel while I was in it. And so then after that, which was very recently, a lot of these, or a few of these songs that are on the album were written like very recently, are like an expression of what I couldn't feel that whole time, now I can talk about it, you know? but it's helpful to write with someone who knows you so well, like Thomas, and he knows the situation so well because he's my brother and he really gets it. And so it's like, and he kind of leaves me the space to write those lyrics because he knows that like that's my experience, which is really helpful. But yeah, I think it's a lot about processing and not being afraid that person's gonna hear it and be like, I said what I said and you're wrong. So
what was the first song that you put out that really head on tackled whatever issue it was that you were confronting?
You definitely Cry For You.
I won't cry for you like I did when I was yours. I won't lie to you just 'cause you're so insecure. Oh, good luck trying to live with yourself. You look for me and everyone else, and I won't cry for you. I won't cry for you.
On this album also, you did a cover of You Don't Own Me by Lesley Gore.
Yeah.
The 1963 song.
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys.
It's such a different vibe, yours.
Yeah.
But why did you decide to cover that song, and how was that process of totally putting your own twist on it?
You don't own me. Don't try to change me, boy. It's my choice.
I've always loved that song. I've always thought it was so cool. I think it's been adapted before, and I've just like always been drawn to it. And my brother and I, we were just like, why don't we do a version of that? That would be so cool. And I think it felt, just like it's a very empowering song. But I wanted to kind of put my own spin on it and have it be able to live in a different space. But I just am personally a huge fan of it and what it says, and I was excited to be able to kind of like put my own words into it.
Yeah, and
know?
it flows perfectly with it. So it's
Thank
cool.
you.
That's why I love to see songs from decades ago get new life brought into
Yeah.
them, because it just lets the art live on.
Yeah,
Which
completely.
is cool.
I mean, it's such a timeless song. Like truly, it has not like it hasn't aged.
No,
really.
and I
Like, it's
re-listened to
crazy.
it in coming up to this, and I was like, damn, it's still a good song. But
It's so good. Yeah.
I do. Maybe it's I did like yours better though.
Oh.
And I just
Wow.
and it might be. You know what? It might be because
Wow.
I have incredible music taste, and I'm pretty sure it is. So we'll just
Thank
leave
you.
it at that.
I'm honored. I'm like,
But
I don't know.
it was fantastic. So
Thank
with
you.
Raven, what are you most excited for people to hear in this release?
I think I'm really excited for people to be able to hear a side of me that I don't think I've really shown before. And like sonically, it's very different. Like it has a lot of different styles of things in it. So I'm excited for people to hear that and be able to like. It's more of a. I mean, just as a full body of work is, it's more of a representation of me and like my brand and what I've been through. And so I think I'm excited for people to be able to like ingest something that isn't just a single, because I think it shows a lot more about you and about what you were trying to say.
No, I agree. And it's great to have such a big body of work put together that everybody can check out, and that's got to be
It's crazy. I'm nervous. It's oh god, I keep forgetting that it's coming up so soon, and I'm like,
I know, because that's today's April 3rd, right? April 2nd. Today's April 2nd. So
Yeah.
you got 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Is that right? I'm bad
I think
at
so.
timing.
It's well, I
don't know.
posted it, so it's now 15 days because I posted about it yesterday saying it was
Oh.
16 days. So yeah,
That's exciting.
Really fun.
And-
I'm so excited.
On the film side of stuff, are you mapping out some cool visuals? The video
I
side, you got a
am.
whole album. Well, you got a batch of fresh new tracks that
I
you
do.
can cook up.
Well, I may or may not be filming a couple things tomorrow, so I'm really
Ooh.
excited about it.
So
Yeah.
you are busy, and you
I
are going to be
am.
doing plenty.
Oh yes, visuals are going to be shown, and I'm really excited because I haven't done videos about kind of like this topic before, and so it'll be really very cool to bring something so personal to life. I'm excited for people to see it.
And with your vision, because I'm guessing you're going to be directing everything.
Yes.
So at what point in your creative process does the idea for the music video come, and what you want it to be about look like? Is that during the songwriting? Does it come after a mix?
I think it generally comes when I can listen to the song. Like it depends, but usually it's like I'll paint the picture. I'm usually sitting awake at 3 a.m, as I usually do, and I'm listening to it really loud, and I kind of just like, I don't know, I just kind of like see it in my head. Like it's I think having like a loose concept for what you want it to be, and then I just kind of like fill in the blanks in my head and write it down in my notes app. Usually as I'm kind of like tweaking at 3 a.m.
You're like, sure, I guess we're doing that.
I'm like, great. I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep tonight, but it's always like a fun. I think I always manage to write them so close to when I have to shoot them, but I think it.
Oh, that's when I work best. Is under pressure.
Yeah, it's under pressure.
Like,
I'm not good at planning, and so I always do it last minute. But it always, I think, is like. I think it draws out like the best.
Yeah, fully. I'm a procrastinator oftentimes,
Same, yeah.
but I get the stuff done.
But I get it done.
I get it done, and it's good.
And it's good.
I just don't sleep.
Exactly, I just won't sleep.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Your favorite music video? You had Carl from Shameless, aka Ethan. Last name I can't remember how to pronounce.
Kikoski, you got it.
That was it.
Darling, can I be a favorite? I'll be a girl that you tasted. I know what you want, yeah, just take it. Darling, can I be your favorite? Want you to tell me you crave it. My name's whatever you make it.
We were just talking before the chat that over COVID, Shameless became one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the show?
Okay, this is so bad, but I.
This is so bad. You're the biggest fan?
No,
okay, I don't know, 'cause
haven't
I thought I
seen
was.
it.
Oh, no, you haven't seen it?
No, I've seen like a lot of clips of it. Like I know what happens,
Yeah.
and I've seen a few episodes of it, and like I obviously know who he is.
I'll tell you what, he's a little boy in the first season. It is
I
crazy.
watched the first episode with my younger sister, and we were like, "Oh my god, he's literally like a feed." Like it's crazy. Like that's so wild.
But that's exciting that you got to work with like a notable actor that people know, and with the video. So how was that? Because that was so cool. The moment I saw his face pop up, I was like, "You're shitting me. You have."
Well, I got
Carl on here.
something for you then.
Please, he's here.
No, he's
Carl?
right here. Get out of here, Ethan.
Get on over here.
No, but I don't know when this is coming out, but
After the album drops.
so he's gonna be in the 2 videos that I'm filming tomorrow.
Oh, so the favorite video ended in a part 1.
Yeah.
Is this a continuation of it?
It might be.
Oh, that is so rad.
Yeah.
So those are what you're going to be filming. So you're in that go mode right now
Yeah.
of you're in video
we
planning.
film it tomorrow.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I'm so nervous.
That's right. And the first one looked great too.
Thank you.
So you filled up a house with extras and
Oh my god,
looked great.
that was such a crazy experience because they were smoking real cigarettes the entire time. It wasn't.
They're
fake.
committed to the craft.
They
Wait,
were,
he was hitting that a lot at the start
he was,
too.
and
So
that was
you...
real too. I was like watching the monitor and I was like, "Is he good?" And by the end of the shoot, the entire house was like hot boxed with cigarette smoke, and I was like, my head hurts. Like it's 6 a.m. Like I'm so tired. Like I can't do this.
But it was a good process of being able to work together and direct him and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the best, and I'm just like, I wouldn't have anybody in more music videos if I didn't really enjoy them as a person and working with them, and so it's like.
And he's coming back.
He's coming back. Oh. But it's not what people would expect it to be, which I think is fun.
Which I love, and that's why I loved your music video Older.
Police are still investigating the disappearance of 5 local girls. Anyone with information should contact.
Think I need someone older, just a little bit colder. Take the weight off your shoulders. Think I need someone older.
I love a good twist ending.
A good plot twist is
Okay?
like one of my favorite things.
And this guy knows I love a good twist ending. And you pulled that off.
Thank you.
With Older. So props to you for that. And I hope we have more twist endings down the
love
road.
twist endings. They're kind of hard to come up with, to be honest, because it actually has to be shocking. And so like my first thought isn't always the thing that's going to be the most shocking. So I really have to like dig around in there and be like, okay, what's going to be like crazy? Like what is like unhinged that I can do that people will be like,
What?
What?
Because as I was watching Older, I knew the story that was unfolding. The creepy teacher guy, and I was like, "This is
And
crazy."
you were like,
Here
"Oh
we
God,
go."
what's happening?
And I was like interested, and I was like, "Oh, it's happening. They're
Yeah.
getting close.
Yeah,
They're
totally. They're
gonna
gonna
do
get
it." Oh, she's good. Oh my God.
oh my God, she killed her.
So keep up the thriller stuff.
Thank
but
you.
After the album comes out, what else do you have coming up in the coming months? I know you have this. What is it? Psychopomp. That's what it is?
Psychopomp,
The
yeah.
Psychopomp tour. You're gonna be
Yeah.
out on the road with that.
I am. I'm so excited. It's gonna be fun to play these songs live. Because I've toured so much in the past 2 years, and I'm like I've done a bunch of opening slots and I've done headline stuff, and now I feel like I'm getting to the point where I can really start to like build on my live show and like make it closer to like the album, and like, you know, hopefully maybe do some stage design. I'm like looking at Molly. And yeah, just like
That would be so fun though. As the productions go up and up though,
Yeah.
you're going to have so much fun creatively
totally
with doing all of that.
It's just fun. I love touring so much, and like just being able to see people in person and play the songs for them, and like the fact that anyone shows up is still wild to me. So I'm very excited for it.
And you're always touring with Thomas is always on the road, right?
Yeah, he's my guitarist.
How fun is that to be able to tour with the bro,
It's
right?
so fun. We always, I mean, up until now we've been in Sprinter vans, but I think we're going to be on a bus this time.
A proper bus?
Proper bus.
Oh, that's going to be
which
so
is
nice.
exciting. But so it's always just been us in like sitting in like the rows, like writing and like singing really loudly into our voice memos and like harassing everyone else. So it's great.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of your brother with the guitar on his lap in the...
He always has his laptop. Like he's never not working on the road. He's always producing.
Do you remember a specific guitar riff that your brother wrote on the road that ended up being a song that's on the album?
Wait, a specific guitar riff.
Maybe that's a question to ask
Okay,
him.
well, I do remember specifically we wrote Pretty Boy, like the entirety of it in the back seat of the Sprinter van, just after I had like a really shitty day the day beforehand, and I just wrote about it.
Baby, be my pretty boy. Can you be my pretty toy? Hand on my mouth, cut out the noise. I belong to you.
That's so cool that because you guys work together all the time, because technology's at a spot now where you can just record anywhere, you guys can just in the back of the van write out a song.
Yeah.
Which is on the upcoming album.
It is on the upcoming album. It's out, but it'll be fun to have it in the storyline.
Isabel LaRosa, thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you so much for
the
having
new
me.
album, Raven, it is out April 18th. Lots of great songs on it.
Thank you.
And
And I have sardines now, so
you have sardines to eat now.
and on the road.
And on the road, you're welcome
I'm gonna
for
eat
that.
one every week.
One every week. They'll just taste better each week. Just keep the can open.
Just a little
More
spicier
flavor.
every
We'll get
time.
into it. But thanks for joining us and have a good day.
Have a good one.